to take her son to the emergency room, and Miss Cavazos Ayala, her husband had knee surgery.
Oh.
So, I'm glad you came.
So you said there's a new one, a new replacement for you.
Yes.
I might meet mi hermanita.
Yes.
Rafa Romo, according to
Rafa
Maria.
Romo, very nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's
Very nice. Yeah, he's a teacher
at San Agustin.
at San Agustin. Yes. Yes, I just saw him.
Are you ready? Okay, it is 5:03. We'll call the meeting to order. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. If everyone would please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Can I have a roll call?
Sir, Sandra Cavazos Ayala, absent. She said she might come in, but it will be late.
Okay.
We don't know yet. Mary Pais, absent. She called in an emergency. She had to go to the hospital with her son. Roberto Ortiz,
Here?
Angelica Salinas,
Here.
Rosa Maria Cidellano,
Here.
Jose Obando,
Here, ma'am.
Arleth Epstein, here. Maribel Valdez Rodriguez, absent. We have a quorum.
Okay. Citizens' comments, anybody has signed up? Signed up? All right. Minutes, if we can look at the minutes from last meeting on December 5th, 2018, and, I'm sorry, is it 2018?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And, any corrections, please send them our way. Any corrections?
Just one missing. They had provided their own designs on status on libraries director. It's a typo, it needs a D, they had provided.
Oh, under staff reports.
Yes, under staff reports, third line before the end. They had provided, that's all I see, all the rest I see, okay. Anybody see something else?
On the back page, under monthly statistics, the committee reviewed, I guess past tense, ED.
Oh, review, yes, ED and other ED.
would it be under the fines that were collected, would it be, for example, $396.30 in fines forgiven or just fines forgiven?
Fines forgiven.
Okay, we're good, all right.
What about right before that, just above that, foods cans or just food
Oh,
cans?
Can.
Oh, food cans,
cans.
yes, I did catch them. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Any other corrections?
So if we don't have any more, I'll make a motion to approve minutes.
Okay. There's a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, motion carries. All right, communications and announcements?
Well, first of all, I want to introduce you to our new employees. We have Ms. Lisa Arriaga, who is a part-time clerk at Bruni.
Oh,
Hello, welcome,
Lisa,
welcome.
welcome.
All right.
And then we have Mauricio Rodriguez, who is now a clerk here at the main, in the circulation department. And Ms. Dini Pinedo back here.
Hello.
She's our new clerk in the children's department.
All
So,
right.
you know, she has a lot of energy.
Yeah, that's right.
She better.
Yeah.
And then someone we were sorely missing was a building maintenance worker, and that's Mr. Emilio Villarroel. I said Emilio. But I wanted to get it
Welcome,
right.
welcome, Mr.
There
Mayor.
you go,
Welcome.
welcome.
Welcome, and thank you for joining the team.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, you do need a lot of energy.
I noticed.
Good for you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, thank you for coming,
Thank
thank you.
Good to meet you.
A second announcement, you have in your packet a copy, we have been awarded an expansion grant. I don't know if you remember, 2 years ago, we got a grant to go, to turn the the main library into a family place library, where we went to New York, had the training. This year's the first year they've allowed expansions for other branches in the same system. And so we're happy to report that we got the one for Moss, we got it.
Okay.
So we're having a staff member, our children's librarian, Priscilla Garcia, who's gonna be attending, and, the only thing we need to pay for is getting her over there. But as far as the training and room and board is all covered, once she completes the training, we will get $6,000 reimbursement to buy the supplies to make it a family place.
And what does that mean, make it a family place?
It's, family place is it's about 300 libraries across the nation. Texas came into it or started attending in 2016. So now we have a lot of family place libraries in Texas. And it's just the different programming that we provide. If you've noticed, the children's now has a lot of toys that we encourage parent and child to work with. We also offer, at least twice a year, we offer some workshops where we cover different areas of a child's development, and we invite a professional or an expert in that, not to lecture the parents, because that's not what it's about, but to walk around and talk to the parents in case they have a question. Let's say a speech therapist. We've had people who specialize in nutrition for kids, and this
So
is...
you have parenting sessions
Yes,
for
it kind of, but not really, because
Not really.
the whole hour that they're in the session, it's for them to play with their child.
Oh.
Not just sit there and, it's interact with them, and, but at the same time, there's an expert there that will answer questions.
Okay.
And we received our designation just a few months ago, once we've had it set up and that we've had our workshops already. The ladies from New York, because they're from New York, came down and gave us, you were
See,
here,
I-
yes, you were here.
I was going to ask you if that's an excellent program. But what is it called?
Family Place Libraries,
Family
Mhm.
Place
So
Libraries. I was very, very impressed.
the ladies,
with the
yes.
ladies with the program, so I congratulate you.
Thank you.
Did
No,
you
the-
write the grant? Who wrote the grant?
The original one, this one, I had the Priscilla and Melissa work on it, and then I proofed it, because I wanted them to get it right, so.
Good,
Family Place
congratulations. This
Thank
is
you.
good news.
Family Place Libraries,
Libraries.
yeah.
See, that's excellent.
So she'll be going in May.
And does this go out to the media or?
We will, we announced it, I'm gonna find out if we need to put it at city council because it's a small grant compared
Yeah,
to
it's
the
okay
hundreds
with
of
it,
thousands.
sure.
But once the ladies come down to give us our banner to designate Moss, that we did have a big media event.
Yeah, because that's significant that
Moss
it's one of
only grants in
300.
this one.
No, we're already,
You're
but they
already
wouldn't
this-
allow, I was, oh, great, next year you can go, and it's like, no, there was no, they weren't offering that. But because so many libraries were asking, well, this branch is, we'd like to have this one too, they finally designated some funding for an expansion program. But this time, only one person goes.
Okay, and so Priscilla's a librarian for here or for
For,
Moss?
for Moss, she's the children's librarian.
Oh, children's.
They, the first time they wanted the director and the children's librarian to go.
Uh-huh.
And now, well, we're sending the children's
Children's
librarian.
library,
Mhm.
that's very good. Well, I congratulate you again.
Mhm.
I was very impressed.
We're real happy about it. The other announcement is, as you know, we have 2 new council members that have come aboard. And so just to let you know that 2 new people have been assigned to this board. For Meli's position, now that Mr. Marte Martinez has come, Dr. Marte Martinez has come in, he's appointed Esmeralda Rodriguez. I don't know.
Librarian?
Librarian?
I don't know. Do you have one?
And UIC.
She is a librarian.
Where's she at?
Do you know what?
I'm not sure. I'm not, she's an elementary librarian.
Elementary.
If it's the same.
Okay.
So she's replacing Nelly?
Nelly?
Mhm. I know. I'm gonna try to get Melly involved with the friends if
Yes,
she leaves
yes,
us something.
yes. Sí.
You 2 artists.
Uh-huh.
And then, what? And then, Mr. Rafael Romo, for Mercurio Martinez III, for District 3, which is artists.
And Vidal is not, has not
And then the
appointed,
ones-
the one that needs to appoint has not appointed
Okay.
anybody.
But that first meeting at city council, when they took, they appointed everybody. I mean, they had like 50-something appointments.
Oh, that's a good example,
See,
you know?
but still the man that doesn't appoint didn't appoint anybody.
Not yet.
So
And
everybody appointed but him.
I can, what we can do is, we're not supposed to.
Go meet him and tell him,
I think
we want
I
you.
don't even know the gentleman.
That's okay, he doesn't seem to know us
Apparently,
either.
But, we cannot contact them directly, but we can contact the assistant, so I'm gonna send an email to, the system for that side of them.
And when is it in effect, or?
When they go and take their oath, effective, when they take their oath, but they haven't been there yet, so
Okay.
she's
good.
still officially.
That's why I'm here.
Yay.
I heard it, we're gonna miss it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'll come like Mr. Cisneros and
Yes, it's open to the public. It's open to
It
the
is?
public. So, it is. Okay. Any other announcements?
Not at this time.
Staff reports.
Okay, the first one is the semi-annual committee report, for July through December 2018. And normally, we do bring that before you, but if there's no time to bring it before you, another alternative is for me to submit it. So that is in your packet, and that's what was submitted. They wanted it before the state of the city, I believe, address.
Oh,
They
yes.
wanted to have it, so.
I saw Art there.
I saw you too, but when I turned around, I was sitting there in the director's row that they put us in, and I saw you, and then I
It
didn't
was
see you.
entertaining, to say the least.
Hey, I wanna see another mayor do that.
Yeah.
Were you there?
I
He
know.
sang.
I was at LCC at the investiture for Patricia Alvarez.
At the same
At the
time?
same time, it was at the same time, and we were in her committee. So we were there till, we were part of her committee.
Mhm.
And I wrote a poem for her, which will come out in the paper
Ah.
on Saturday, in the supplemento,
Mhm.
who nobody reads, but
I always
want-
read it.
but I want it in English, but the supplement is in Spanish.
Yeah.
And for Valentine's, I'll have more of my Valentine.
Good for you.
I only look for her poems.
You know her.
She liked it a lot. I called her remarkable woman, because she is. She he's a remarkable son.
Well, that must be something. Can I take that for my wife? Just kidding.
Just put it for Valentine's Day.
A remarkable woman, born in Mexico City. Yeah, no.
Yeah. I'll just change the city.
Laredo, Texas.
Just like the mayor did.
Yeah.
He changed some of the words.
He did, yeah.
What did what he sang?
Well, instead of Soy el Rey, he said Laredo is
He
great
can,
or something like
he,
that.
oh, how nice. I wish I could have been there, but
Yeah.
it was too late. Yeah.
no, it was, just.
Yeah, it was
It was a
unexpected.
surprise. It was-
And the Martin High School might actually did a really good
Oh,
job. So
yeah.
not
Oh,
only really
yeah.
played well,
He's very
Yes.
good.
they did a
singer.
great job.
Very, very.
He
You
did,
know.
he did a good job, but I was floored by the Martin High School, Los Tigres del Sur.
Yes.
Los
Yes.
Tigres del Sur.
Yes.
I think it was the first mariachi in Laredo.
Probably.
The first mariachi in Laredo was the
Probably.
Tigres del Sur.
And they were really,
Sí,
really
sí.
good. And the Cigarro band played. They were down
Down the- in the
orchestra.
orchestra
In
pit.
yes.
Yes.
All right. So.
Good
okay.
news. Good news.
Yes. Okay. Library director's branch visits.
And that is in your packet, the checklist for all the branches. I also put in your packet our renderings for the bookmobile, Cybermobile Mobile Library, we're gonna rename it, because we're wanting to put some shelving in there, so we can have both computers and books. And then we decided this year, because of funding, we're gonna do the children's library and the teen area over here. I did get quotes. I'm just gonna want them to tell me what kind of materials they'll be using so that they're compatible. But we'll be able to do it this year, hopefully before April, because I'd like to host an open house
Mm-hmm.
to show this off.
So is this like the final that what's gonna
Yes,
be put up? This is it right
something
here?
simple, yes. That
Okay.
Rick did the renderings, which I like his style. Not too
Yeah.
busy, not too,
I think we do need to put like, only because I know people will point it out. On the children's, it does need the apostrophe.
the apostrophe, okay.
And we would have, what did we say last time? What did I say about the apostrophe to put something that was like a?
Like a little bookworm or something?
Yeah, bookworm,
Uh-huh.
as an apostrophe.
Yeah,
That's
mean,
so cute.
I
Yes,
figured-
yes.
But yeah, cause and even you just put at least a regular one, only because someone will say, hey, well, you didn't put the apostrophe in children's.
Are you sure about
And
it?
it's a library, so yeah.
The apostrophe S's.
Parents love to point things out in my
Uh-huh.
newsletter, so I just know they.
I'm surprised, I had two ladies, well, they haven't really seen it, that are really good with grammar, I'm gonna.
Yes.
And they didn't notice that.
They didn't notice it?
No, because I don't think they saw it, this is just here in the main.
Se nota algo aquí arriba de la S. It might be, I mean, you can see something. See?
Unless it's,
Unless
maybe we
it's-
can change the colors.
Can you see it?
Mhm.
There's a
Yeah, I guess
little
I would
sign
definitely
on top
change
of
the H and the S, cause it already has like a yellow background.
Yes,
Okay.
but I feel there's a little sign, I don't know, it does, but I.
Well,
I
he
think
didn't
I
put
Oh, you mean on the S itself?
Yes, itself, it's a little small.
It's just so small
Maybe the
that,
Yes.
yellow wouldn't, the
Yes.
yellow shouldn't be.
But,
Well,
but
maybe
I
a little
think a
bookworm would be
bookworm
nice.
between the N and the S would be adorable.
con anteojos.
Con anteojos. Oh, we don't want anteojos.
Has to have anteojos.
There's already one of the book vendor companies that has a little worm.
Maybe it shouldn't be yellow.
Yeah, I don't think it should be yellow.
Green.
No,
There's
no,
no
because
green.
it's a yellow background and a yellow.
Maybe a bright green, a bright green.
See, see,
No, I'll pass it on.
see. Something very visible.
And then maybe next year we might do a little more, but for right now, I mean, I think these are the ones that we need right now.
Okay. That's good. All right, don't forget about the bookworm.
Yes, no, I wrote it down.
Yeah. All right, the branch business and checklist are right here.
We were slowed down a little bit because of the holidays, but we're picking up. Taking care of some of the stuff. It was hard to get somebody down here for the elevator when that was, not functioning. It took, I think we contacted them mid-December, they didn't come in till like into January. It took a while for them to get here.
Any impacts with these vacancies that are, some of the branches are frozen with the new switch, the changing in city management, I guess you could say?
No, here we're doing pretty good. The one library tech that, it was a retirement, and in order to, I guess, to pay her, all her annual leave and everything, that's why and it's not a critical position, it's in the back, in the cataloging department, so they're keeping up with it. We are putting on some projects like, relabeling of some of that can wait, that can wait.
When you say cataloging, is that even of like some archives or anything like that? Or?
No, that's Renee. That's
Okay.
Renee's special collections.
Yeah, we talked
For the
about
most
that.
part, we get our books already, just like the school libraries, already processed. But occasionally, we do get items that don't have any kind of record, and we have to do it from scratch.
Ms. Solis, remind me again what SRX
Santa Rita.
or Santa Rita, I forget.
And then we finally were able to put up all the little play panels that we got funding for from Councilman Perez. And they're
And what does the X
Express.
stand for? Express.
Express.
Oh, okay.
Y'all can see that.
Oh.
It was, I don't know if you recall, we wanted to get some playground equipment, but the funding wasn't there, so we decided to go with some play panels.
They're big panels.
And
I don't know, is it interactive or?
What is the function of the
What is
play
it?
panel?
I don't
Some
understand.
are interactive, the ones that you can put but most are educational. You can follow the line like an animal and where it's from.
Mm.
Where are these?
At the Santa Rita branch.
Oh, the one that the
Mhm.
Express,
Mhm.
that's in the south.
Yes, south, in the Santa Rita
Yeah,
neighborhood.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. They needed a little something.
Yeah, it's a nice, not only that, you know, decoration is the best.
Educational, yeah, well, it's a
Educational.
decoration, it's a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Your question, because I'm looking at the checklist, are y'all required, because I don't know, to do like schools do and have a fire drill or do?
Not required, but
Evacuation
it's in
drill.
the plans. I've talked to Rick, who's also our safety committee representative for the city, that we need to do that.
You know, because if somebody came in and like, you know, the children's place, where are they all gonna be put into an offices and locked in there or?
There's an exit back there.
Okay.
We've talked about with active shooter. I mean,
Right.
So, yeah, so every library is different.
Sure, yeah.
We all had some really intensive, after Rick had done that and we'd had attendance at sessions with library related, PD did put on a very good workshop. How long was it, like 3 hours?
Yeah, it was a long-
3-hour workshop for staff, for city staff, period.
And I guess, you know, because it's with the city, do you all have maps of each one of the locations and branches that are shared with the police department, their latest maps, so in case there is an active shooter or maybe a time when, God forbid, that there's
You mean
Where
like
they're
the
in the
interior
building?
maps?
Yes.
No, I don't think so, I don't think so.
I'm just wondering, because our district's moving that way,
Mhm.
and they're literally taking, I don't know what company it was, they came in and they take video of every nook and cranny of our campuses, of all, how many do we have? 40 sub-campuses? And they're loading them up in a central database, so in case of an active shooter on campus, they know exactly where to go and what to do.
Mhm,
And of course, I'm not saying that we, but at least a map,
mhm.
you know, we're like, okay, this is the map
What's up
of the
here,
mosque,
what's
this
up-
is the map of the, you know,
Mhm.
especially those 2 floors and what have you.
We could probably take the blueprints and then just.
Yeah, I don't know, I just don't know, like, in the police department would have that, because I know they're working in conjunction with with LPD
Mhm.
and Webb County, because it could happen.
And it's happened in a lot of schools, yeah, so we
Yes,
gotta be
and then of
prepared.
course what happened in that, what was it? Where they,
Bank, in the bank?
Yes,
Yes, that
bank,
was
so-
recent, yeah.
I just,
No
people like
rhyme or
people-
reason, and
yes, and just,
They don't respect anything.
Right,
Churches,
no. No.
synagogues,
nothing,
banks, everywhere, schools.
no. How many schools has it happened to already? So, okay,
The north side parking lot lights, so that means all
Yeah,
around.
supposedly, I hope, yeah. It, the following week,
Yeah, 'cause
it was fixed, but
Uh-huh.
if you notice anything, tell us, please.
Ahorita,
Ahorita checamos.
Pues ya te-
I haven't heard anything from staff, so hopefully.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
so hopefully, but, you leave, oh, but you leave early.
At 5, it's
5.
very,
See, it's not dark yet.
Almost.
I know nowadays, nowadays.
See, well,
Okay.
yeah.
Any other questions on, branch visits, reports? Okay, upcoming library programs and services.
And that's, again, in your packet, copies of the flyers that, normally, we do post them around the library. I know there was one concern about having so many printed, but mostly this is for social media. I mean, the design of it.
And is there like a wall or something? I've never noticed, like we have all these events posted like they're inside?
There's one upstairs, I believe, and Jackie has the children's ones posted over there.
But there's not something like in the entrance or something?
They'd be, a boss has one as you walk in the glass of all their programs. It's
Yes.
just on the window and the
Mhm.
glass vestibule that they have a plastic thing that they're all hanging there.
What I noticed in the Facebook page, I went to look for activities, there's
Mhm.
something tomorrow here from the
Yes,
professor from
Tammy
Tammy
Paleo, something Spanish
Sí, Padre
archives,
Omar,
yeah.
yes, yes,
Mhm.
but I couldn't find anything in the Facebook,
No?
no.
I'll ask Rick, but we have a flyer for
Sí,
that,
it's-
and if he doesn't
There's
post
a
it.
genealogy, isn't
Yes,
it?
it's
Yeah.
from the
It's a
genealogy, yes,
Mhm.
but I saw it and I thought it was interesting, so, but I said, let me look see what Facebook says, and it didn't have any. And I
It's
don't
either under
think-
the, he tries to post it on the Laredo public library web, I mean, not page, but Facebook page, but you can also friend Reader Bear.
Reader Bear.
Reader Bear.
So it's either in the Facebook or
Mhm.
Reader Bear.
But I'll ask Rick about it.
But Reader Bear, where do you find,
He's on
Reader Bear
Facebook.
also Facebook?
Mhm. Just make friends with him.
Okay.
Make friends with him.
Was it in
Okay.
the paper today?
It was in the
It was
paper
in the
today.
paper today, and he happens to, Dr. Olivas, unless, you know,
It might have been that we didn't take over since it's them
Since that's
sponsoring it,
genealogy.
but we have it here.
yeah.
We're
But I,
sponsoring.
you know, I said, let me look what time it is, and I didn't have the paper, so I
Mhm.
think I was that, you know. So I tried
Oh my
looking for it, but I couldn't find, I suppose,
I know what I'm
you
doing.
know.
It might have been, I'll
Might have
ask
been.
him, and he
So-
didn't because they were taking care of the,
Yeah,
I don't,
and
I already recall seeing it from the PIO either.
And then I didn't see anything for February either, which we should.
No, that, he'll wait for
He'll
that,
wait?
yes.
So should we have all ready for February, you know, what's going on?
Mhm.
I'm just thinking out loud.
He usually puts it like, if we're having something, it's probably gonna be for Valentine's Day, it'll be a
CC.
week before.
New Year's.
Mhm. New Year's, no.
New Year hunting on Valentine's Day, that's what's
Yeah,
going
woo.
on. Yes. I know what I'm doing.
Apenas, no la he visto, I mean, I'm just thinking out loud and,
It's an out of this world experience.
We're doing a lot of STEM programming.
you know, you do a lot of
That is
things,
good.
a lot of activities and.
And we've gotten 2 new librarians, so you've met them, and they're trying to do a lot more programs for adults. She's having, one of them, Roxanne's having really good success with her computer classes. Where in the past, we'd have them and nobody would show up. She's keeping them small, but she's having good success with it.
Maybe I should go meet.
No, you'll take over.
Oh, every day I wish it was something to take on.
Another thing, we're starting Spanish classes.
Oh, that's cool.
Where is that?
Here at the
Okay.
main, and it's Silvia Marichalar, she's one of our librarians.
Sí, es de nuevo.
Mm-hmm. So she's got some border patrol people.
That's good. That's good.
I don't know how it's going, she just started, so.
That's good, but
All right.
see, I visited the mosque when we were doing the voter registration.
Mhm.
And there was knitting and sewing,
Mhm.
knitting.
We have a,
See.
God, I call them militant knitting ladies. 'cause
Yes,
they
there's a lot of
They're here
people.
every Wednesday.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. there too.
Okay, any other questions or comments on the
Okay, it's a
upcoming
Spanish
library
lesson.
programs and services?
Good for you for the Spanish classes. Very good.
That is good.
And it's free.
It's free.
Yeah,
You need to sign up. She's found a curriculum she's gonna follow, so hopefully.
I didn't notice in here in February, I'll see, it's tax season.
Oh,
there-
yes, we've started already. I'll have them, we're using the promotional material from VITA,
Oh, okay.
because the library's part of that that coalition now.
Because a lot of people do come to the library.
Oh, yes,
right?
still, I mean, we're the original site, but
Right.
now I think there's like 19 sites all over the place. So, it's gonna, but we're here on Mondays, if you know an elderly person that cannot stand and wait, I mean, they can do drop off, where they drop off all their stuff and they can come back either on Friday or Saturday and it'll be ready for them to sign. That's new. And then Fridays from 9 to 12 and Saturdays from 9 to 1. Super Saturdays is coming up, I think this Saturday and the following Saturday, where we'll be here till 5.
I mean, so is this walk and talk? Like walk across Texas, but you don't have the time, January 7th or February 11th. But it doesn't have the time. And also, it says 6 to 8 weeks, January 7th to
I
February.
think she pointed that out to him,
See, it's
but
not-
he didn't correct
It's
it.
not 8 weeks, neither 6 nor 8 weeks, it's less than that, I think. It's just 4 weeks. And there's no hour.
Yes, no, I think she pointed that out because she didn't like the way he put, but he didn't correct it.
Who is he?
Rick is the one that
Oh,
does
Rick.
it. Mhm.
Yeah, because this is, I mean, tan hermoso, but it doesn't tell you the hour, and it's like 6 to 8 weeks, January 7th or February 11th. Well,
It's
not.
It's on Wednesday, it's in a certain
It's
day
on
of week.
Monday, it's
Mhm.
Monday, it says here Mondays,
Dates and time.
but it doesn't say the time, and it doesn't say, you know, where the activity is going to take place. Walk and talk, but where? Walk across Texas. Where is it going, where are you going to be walking?
I'll ask him to add
I'm
that.
very curious because.
I'll have them updated and I'll send it to you.
And it's January 7th, so that means they've already,
It started already,
it
yes.
started, but where is it? And I know, only because I'm concerned, I've come to some things
Mhm.
and I was the only one. Like,
Yeah, we've had times
Yes.
like that. Okay.
And maybe like this, what time do I come? I guess you haven't had anybody.
Mhm. Oh, I don't know, I need to talk to Roxanne, she's the one that's having it, yeah.
See,
But I
because-
remember she did point it out that she needed that
See,
information.
because I mean, it's not here, I don't know if I wasn't looking for this in the Facebook, but just as a.
That might be something, to start looking at. I know we get the reports for the,
Programs,
do these programs, do we get reports for these?
it's inclusive,
It's inclusive?
all adult programs are together and all
Okay.
teen programs, all.
And do you like monitor, like, okay, Ms. Diana just said, you know, okay, if something's not well attended, and it has been well attended for several years.
We've done that where we used to have just a regular book club, but it started dwindling down, so we,
Mhm.
I mean, the staff's time is better put to use somewhere
Correct.
else. We have the Spanish book club that's been consistent, 8 to 10 people, so that one, we continue with that one.
Because the lady is so good.
Ms. Reach?
Miss Reach,
Mhm.
yes, she's very good.
So-
And she loves it, she's passionate about it.
Oh, yes.
So
And she
that's
tells
very
us
good.
which books she needs, and I mean, we basically support it, but they meet here.
Also,
So you do look at the programs to see it, and
Yes,
then
I-
maybe discontinue some that, you know, why.
Attendance, I mean, if it's not worth having a librarian there.
Right, exactly.
Either we try to rework the program, and if it still doesn't work, well, I don't want to do it just because that's what libraries do, we have book clubs, but
No.
if it's not working, it's not working.
Yeah, because then, it's inefficient, people are, maybe just sitting waiting for people to show up,
Mhm.
you don't want that either.
no, I mean, this walk
And
and
we've
talk.
had some programs this year también que, and they say, okay, well, give it another chance. Okay, think of something, let's move on.
Well, I was excited about walk and talk.
I'm gonna have Roxanne call you.
I'm thinking walk and talk, like talk books or what, I mean, it's a library, so.
Yes, yeah, I
I mean,
don't know.
I mean, I don't know, where do we walk and talk? Or inside the library, I mean, it's just like, nothing, it's not, where did it start? I mean, where is it coming from? Who's in charge?
We are doing it with the AgriLife. They're the ones, and I know, I talked to her about them not,
But there's-
not promoting it either on their side, so.
I mean, I love the idea,
Mhm.
and I wish we could open it to the community. I mean, put it in Facebook, I don't know if but if it's like that in Facebook, was what time on Mondays? Anyway, I mean, it's not, and where do we go, and how do we dress, you know?
Okay, no, I'll let Roxanne know, but I know she had brought it up to Rick to fix it, but
Sí.
we'll see.
Muy bonito. Muchas naranjas.
Good for you.
It's very pretty.
Okay, on the monthly statistical reports,
You pointed out, Ms. Diano, last year, the last month, the last time we met, about the huge number that Moss was reporting, and it was for the voting.
Oh.
We've since gotten clarification from the state library, that's not a program, even though, I mean, we're providing the service, and it's a lot of work, and Annalisa was like, but it's on, the state library doesn't, so that,
Okay, yes.
it's counted as gate count, basically.
Okay,
Mhm.
because it was, you know,
No,
So
of course, it
different.
was the election.
so different, and,
Mhm.
yeah.
No, and I did ask her then, oh, and then we got this list of what's a program, what's not a program from the state, which they hadn't done before. And I'm sure they were getting the same question over and
It was
over
very
again.
noticeable that it was,
Mhm.
I thought it was a typo, maybe.
No, no, that's right.
It
It's
was
like,
right.
well, why did you do it?
Yes, that so many people came,
Mhm.
see?
And yes, it attracted people to the library, but we
Yes.
didn't do a program. So it's just gate count, them coming in.
Well, I'm glad so many people came,
Mhm.
because once you come to a place, you know, you
Mhm.
see that, verdad, the library is there, you're the librarian,
Mhm.
I mean, then
They'll
that
use it.
promotes, that
Mhm.
promotes, so.
Same thing that with the income taxes, you know, they come in and then the children go play and so they
And it
get to know
promotes
us. Mhm.
visits,
Mhm.
yeah, so.
any other questions or comments on the monthly statistics? Is there, I was thinking about these programs, and are there, do you all get ideas like from other
Oh,
other
God,
cities?
yes.
Like, how does that work? Like, and is there, are you in touch with other directors?
No, there's list servers. When we go to to conference, the annual conference, we get ideas. One time, one of the librarians, we're very good at stealing, using other people. So we do.
And I was just wondering, like, how does that work? I know because, I know we have walkthroughs that we go to other campuses and I do steal a lot of ideas from
Mhm.
other campuses and vice versa. And we put with, especially when it comes to campuses similar to ours.
Mhm.
It does makes no use sometimes, well, this campus is incredibly different, I can't
No, and
do this or
there's the
that.
big libraries that offer these
Yes.
programs, but they have more of a community to draw from.
Correct.
That would probably never work here, and we, librarians that come over here and say, I'm gonna try what it might not work here. Even among libraries, the same programs don't work within the city.
Mhm.
But no, we do get a lot of ideas and we always bring them over here. Especially summer reading programs, there's always a manual of
Mhm.
ideas that we can use.
Okay. Any other questions with monthly statistics, guys?
How many, in the conference room usage, not all the libraries have conference rooms, right?
No, they might have meeting rooms, but this is for here.
The conference room, yeah, okay, Maine, and, just Maine? Just the Maine has a conference room? Oh, okay. So, okay.
For how long could that conference room be used, or be reserved for, or how does that work?
The ordinance says 4 hours.
And just one instance, like or someone can't say for 4 hours for a week, like every day for a week, same time, can that happen?
It depends, we've done that, but we don't like, our policy states that we can't be used like for the regular meeting. Cause we've been approached by Rotary, we've been approached by like, they wanna have their regular meeting here. We'll lend it out to them for, while they find another place, but not for it to be the regular meeting. The only one that has that privilege is AARP, but that was from before we moved into this building.
Do they use it?
Yeah. Second Tuesday of the month, whenever you get to that age.
I am in that age. I think many of us are. Well,
Not baby
mi
pop.
hermana y yo.
Not baby pop.
Not
Yeah,
everybody,
but
but some of us.
knock it on the door. Okay. Anything else? If not, we'll go on to the absences for Library Advisory Committee member absences.
And I think Angie went over, they all had excuses.
We have a motion to accept the excuses and.
Well,
No, we don't have to, right?
No,
Okay,
but
good.
we put it in there just for information.
Okay. All right, any items for next meeting?
We are hoping to have the state annual report. If not, it's not due till April, but we're working on it right now.
And when is that oath given to those? cities?
Whenever they come in, like I said, we are gonna call so that the council member can call them to go in.
Oh, okay.
We've had some who go the next day after and some that take about a month.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Well, of course, we'd like to say thank you to Artie.
Oh, we
We
will,
don't know, I just don't know how that's gonna
No, this isn't
work
fun.
out, so I just want to say
We'll have them
thanks.
back.
Yes, okay,
Mhm.
alrighty, sounds good.
Sitting over there.
Sitting over,
Yes.
castigada in the corner.
Okay,
Anything else? I
anything
mean,
else for next time?
If you think of something that you'd like, just go ahead and give us a call. Remember, we post the Friday before the meeting, and let's see, the next meeting would be scheduled for February 27th?
I'm gonna say okay.
Okay.
February 27th,
Mhm.
same bad time, too.
Same bad time.
Okay. All right, motion to adjourn. There's a motion, is there a second?
I second the motion.
All those in favor? All those opposed? January.
January.
Well, let me just say that I've enjoyed being here with
No,
everyone.
no, save the speech for next time.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
You're gonna be back next time.
No, we're gonna put it on record.
Yes, that's right.
Turn off that machine.
We've enjoyed having you.
Oh, definitely.
Mhm.
Since 2012, so that means you've been here 6 years.
Really?
Oh, sweet.
Wow.
It says here November
Wow.
2012.